And we're back in the final half of this best of one in the RMR round of 8 to decide who will make it to the qualifying BO3. To make it to Stockholm, to punch your ticket in and be able to cement yourself the opportunity, at least the opportunity, to cement yourself in for the major. My name's Fire, I'm joined by Dat Paladin, as we're going to be taking away half number 2. Davenport University have the lead, but that can quickly change with a pistol.
Expect a lot out of BHOP's pistol here. They've got to make a lot of headway getting back the momentum here, and it's going to be this ramp fight again. This time, the roles reversed in this game.
This time around, though, they don't have like a 4-man stack. So, Bug on the dual Berettas, while I sure rate it highly, it's not going to find anything because they're going to go back up heaven where they actually have a player waiting on the ladder dead now as Kojo again on the pistols finds a double kill, has to switch out a gun for the extra ammo, but it's still the 3v3 and the bomb has managed to fall into the site. They'll get the plant in. Davenport, do they want to let them cement themselves, entrench themselves inside of the site? Pug is going to toss out the pop flash and they're going to move on out with it. Eris round the site, perfect headshot, and Swisher will fall next. It's Eris with the double kill. It's BHOP picking up the pistol, or back even.
Oh, great reroute there from BHOP to go from hell to heaven. You could start to see the scampering of DU players down at the lower bomb site. But as soon as they get that bomb down fight, it's just cool, breezy angle clearing there from Eris. And you love to see it there. Another pistol conversion here for BHOP. And it's a force buy from DU. It's surprising to see them be this aggressive out the gates on their CT half.
They have a couple rounds to play with, I suppose. And, I mean, if you win this round, you could just cement yourself into this game.
Certainly.
This would be a massive win here. If they could pull it off, and that's not a good start. Swan owning. Expect to start this one off. And geared up to settle down nicely.
The implications of this best of one has been rising as time goes on when we look at the other results going on right now. Unjustified in pole position to close out their upset win against Team 1.
I wouldn't say pole position there, Paladin. I wouldn't
Come on,
speak too
CT side
soon.
Ancient.
Yeah.
CT side Ancient has me coping a little bit.
Yeah. But the score update there, it's 10-8 right now for Unjustified, and they're starting off on their CT side Ancient. So we were talking as if Team 1, yeah, they should get past their opposition nicely. Unjustified proving a bit of a difficult target. I guess the same could be said here for BHOP, as Pug will dome the first, but swinging back into Silas, not looking great. Brett with his key to find some magic, and Korn, while he does pick up Brett, leaves it to Kojo and Swisher. 2 scouts, 1 tag there from Kojo. Another scout maybe to ring out for a kill, but it's going to be very difficult to try and make this happen. I think Kojo's actually going to go ahead and save the scout round. Give it up. It's going to be BHOP picking up the first couple rounds here on the T side of Nuke. They get their breathing space and also picking up that lead. Rounds are... How do I say this? The rounds are ever more important. As if they weren't important in a game of Counter-Strike. It's a best of 1. There's no second chances here.
Yeah, getting those conversions. I mean, again, we don't have that many rounds to play with here. There is no second map. There is no third map.
Wait a minute.
Oh, that's some good damage.
He even landed the tag with a scout. Imagine if he took them all down and then picked up an AK. Like, then Davenport University all of a sudden have reason to maybe force back into it, believe it or not. It's a crazy thought, but not happening. It's going to be the full eco to follow up. 5-7 here or there. Maybe a flash escort in a play or something of that sort. We'll see it on the hands of Pug. But BHOP Esports should be in cruise control to start this.
Keeping 5 alive is the main goal here. Try to death ball and turret their way into a site. That'd be the main important situation here. Silas starts things off very well with Korn. Eris again onto Spec. It looks easy breezy. Hopefully they can close this one out flawlessly to keep their money in check.
BHOP are geared up to. Other score updates across the board here for this round of 8 bracket. 4 matches currently going on. Shall I say this name again? Pete's Hookah Lounge. I've just taken down X13 16-11 with twice having a masterful performance so far. Infinity are on the brink of taking down Timberman in what would be an upset match, where the Timbermen were actually, in my opinion, one of the potential favorites to even compete for that RMR spot here in NA, considering how this bracket is shaken out. That
Definitely
would be a big upset there for Infinity, and we've already talked this Unjustified game up just a bit. And here you are with one of our more competitive games in BHOP versus Davenport. First gun round rolling up here, Pally. What are we gonna see?
Probably something fast. I mean, if you want to utilize this MAC-10 to its full use, yeah, look at this. Seems like, yep, I believe there's going to be some fast utility out here, but they're not actually going to go off the back of this.
Beating a
maybe
Molly.
Yeah, maybe trying to wait out this Molotov. Try to scrim out of the smoke.
I don't think Eris intended for that smoke to extinguish, however. He was hoping maybe to toss an event smoke and maybe put some pressure on. In the meantime, they're just going to gun it back out towards Ramp, where Pug has to fall back, and Kojimo will arrive at the scene to bail him out. Shot landed on the Silas.
Fantastic 5v4 to open things up. I mean, stifling the Ramp, bleeding there. Things would have gone from bad to worse if Kojimo actually missed there. But at this point in time, BHOP, they're going to take the upper bomb site.
Oh, and they just got shredded. Spec Switcher annihilated our BHOP at every turn. Thank you, Auto Director. I love just catching all the highlights there.
Right? Yeah.
But I hope you guys got to see the kill feed, because Davenport just lit it up.
I mean, as soon as they got that 5v4, they had a great read on the situation, knowing that they would kind of push back over to lobby. They had Squeak door on lock. No lurks of any kind, and Spec doing work there. Bit quiet after those insane entries at the beginning of the half, but he's still showing his impact here. But a potentially final buy here for BHOP in terms of their initial coffers. Galil on Swan. But all the bells and whistles out for DU.
Perfect timing.
Great.
At least it's perfect timing for Spec. He's there right as the smoke blooms and Eris goes down. Pug is going all the way in for it, though, and that'll be a kill gifted right on back to Spec. They're maybe shuffling around a little too much
Just
here.
lobby flank.
But the flank. Oh, this flank from Switcher. Oh, this is about to unravel everything. There are 3 players inside of Squeaky, and Switcher can line them all up. But he needs to spot this first. That's the bomb. Catapult it forward, but the trade is instant. He thinks he's safe. Spec goes up the vent next, and he falls. A 2v2, and there's plenty of time for BHOP to reposition and all that good stuff. But Beaky's made noise on the top. And Korn always heard him.
Oh, he's going to chase it.
Oh, he's going to chase for the kill. But Beaky... Oh, not quite watching where timing is unreal for Korn. And Beaky will fall. The bomb, though, it's in the hands of Swan, and he has a straight avenue into this B site, a 1v2 potential.
Getting this lower plan is everything, but look at the utility. Kojimo's still got a smoke double flash. Switching on over to the rifle. And it's really up to isolating the 1v1s here. That smoke missing is kind of brutal.
Swan?
Here we go, 1v1.
He gets the fight. He wins it, too. He thinks Kojimo was inside of the vents, but instead Kojimo. Smoke on the bomb, but it's off the mark. It's off the mark. It doesn't work out. But Swan. Oh, he's still spamming for it, and then Kojimo is going to dome him. Swan swings the doors. He thinks he needs more space to spam. I mean, there were so many things. I thought the bomb was out in the open. He wouldn't see the little defuse noodles on the bomb, and he would stop spamming, but nerves get to ya. Davenport to 10.
Oh, man, that was a prime opportunity there for Swan to just rip away the momentum from DU. Isolated the 1v1s very well, but Kojimo was just a little bit faster in the 1v1, a little bit more calmer in that situation as well. Davenport even things up here, and it sends BHOP down to that eco. And it looks like potential opening here.
Yeah.
Yep. Switcher converting. This is tough spot if you're BHOP. Maybe just upper exec.
Hoping for it. Korn, though. He's in the safe part. Pop hut? No, but 3 players swing out, and the gun does fall down into the hands of 1 player. Doesn't even get the opportunity to shoot it, though. Davenport University. Round by round, my friend. They're looking to pull 2 upsets in this bracket.
Oh, man. And having it happen actually on the day of qualification potential is everything. They'd have to go straight into their unjustified V Team 1 winner, BO3. And riding high off of the win off of BHOP would be everything. It would just be fantastic. They'd be over the moon. Having your AWP player like Kojimo firing on all cylinders, having the impact of Switcher and Pug. Man, you'd be very, very happy if you're Koi this time around.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know Koi as a person who's just sweating bullets watching this game. Just head in hands every time they lose a round and absolutely ecstatic when they win. But it's not just the tactics that have brought Davenport success. Man, the frags have been great as well.
Definitely.
Great time to peak here for Davenport. But this game's far from over. BHOP still very much in with a chance, and even starting off with a great tag on the switcher outside. Swan coming very close to finding the opener.
Close but no cigar. I mean, any damage is good damage this time around. But still very hold up or BHOP. Not necessarily looking for anything in particular. Swan's just trained on this angle for any aggression. It's just a standoff between Kojimo and Swan as Brett looks to outside for more answers. Because
oh, boy.
Oh, I say that, and what a fantastic opening from Kojimo.
And he busts the arm. What a shot there by Kojo. He had a pixel to hit. And he nailed it.
Oh, Silas probably kicking himself there for just pulling out the smoke. Just really wondering what went wrong.
Well, wait, Eris, he's gotten up to his squeaky shenanigans again. The outside play has worked out, but it's all the information here for Davenport. They know where all 3 players are. But Brett, big play up close, clotheslining Spec, and the round has fallen apart there for Davenport. That's BHOP pull it out from the depths.
What a reorientation there from BHOP. All that outside control comes back to bite Davenport in the behind. Pardon the pun. But at the end of the day, Davenport would definitely feel the brunt of that. That just felt like a opportunity missed there. Kojimo's heroics go in vain this time around, and aggressive here from Switcher.
Oh, and Switcher, the flash didn't land, and Switcher's gonna capitalize. They had a flash for the peak, but it did not work out. It was just off the mark. Could have been just solid gold there for DU. Just turns into Pyrite.
And Corn.
If you guys know what Pyrite is, that's fool's gold.
Big brain, as the Twitch zoomers would say.
5-head or whatever they say, but they still 5-head doesn't win everything. You still got to close out these rounds here for BHOP. And I think they just might. They found the gap in the defense. They're going to drop down low, and even Kojimo loses his EWP. They're going to rotate in here for Davenport. They pulled in, but it's not looking good. Players out at the double doors. Eris, huge off. Taken. Spec will find the 1, but he's going to need a hero play, and that isn't happening. BQ converts right back, and oh boy, this game is starting to fall out of favor for Davenport.
Oh, you can see the nerves starting to get a little bit under Davenport there. Expectation in a 4v3 when they're down at the lower site is just give it up. I mean, your coffers have been just completely rinsed. Cut your losses. Corn is just on a 5-7. Maybe you could get an upgrade as well, but at the end of the day, it's only a singular rifle saved on over from Pug. And BHOP wrestling back this round advantage. And I don't think we're just going to be rolling over and handing over a win very easily this time around. Nope. It's going to be having to be fought tooth and nail.
And a pause call then. The money's tanked out for Davenport. They invested everything into that. Now your backs are against the wall. You start to sweat. You got a little too comfortable with your 8-7 half. You're winning T side on Nuke. No one's ever come back on the T side of Nuke, by the way. It's just a fact of nature. No one's ever done that.
Nobody.
That's what Davenport were thinking. It's impossible. But it's becoming very real, the consequences of these rounds. You just look up. You glance up at the score line. Soon to be 13-11. And then you have to win this next gun round. And if you fall, then it's backs against the wall, baby. But Davenport have done this before. They've played from against the wall. Already this qualifier. On this map. Gonna need to pull something out of the hat here.
I think in their heads, they really need to understand that no scoreline is too far away for them. They have done the impossible before on this side. And hopefully this is just a bump in the road for DU. But hey, I mean, it could be a very big bump fight. BHOP is not going to give away that lead as easily as Northern Forces might have.
Yeah. This is a good angle, though, from Pug. But you just need that opener. Just a little bit of space for that CT side to work with. A little bit of that extra information. Brett. Geared up to make the cross. Spots out Pug, though, and will convert the kill. So close there for Pug. To find an impactful opener, but they'll make the cross anyways. Down secret they go, and I don't think anyone's really in position to even stop this. It's back cruising around inside of lobby. All things said, this is a wrapped up round. This is 13-11.
Man, I really did think we'd get this tight. I mean, they do get another rifle. Hopefully they make the right executive decision here to just save these on over.
I mean, a chance is a chance.
Yeah, Kojumo's feeling frisky here.
I mean, Spec with nothing to lose, sure, he can swing into that. I think the rest are going to hold on to their guns, though. This next gun round is just everything right now.
Yeah, that's the swing round. I mean, you have very high expectations if you're BHOP to kind of close out the game if you do secure that gun round. And the other side of the coin, it's do or die for DU in some senses. Not many more ops coming in their way. Oh, what a situation we're in, though, by 8-7T half. Potentially dropping the ball there. That would just be a brutal, brutal end to their qualifier run. What do they have left in the tank?
This is what they call the TO for.
Definitely.
Glass cannon off for Kojo. That is the investment. Play centers around his op. He's gonna bring with it. He's actually gonna drag it over to the heaven side. Put it in a central part of the map where it can get active. In the meantime, though, they're putting Swisher into secret and putting multiple players around that squeaky door area. Trying to deny them, but they've gotten down the vent. They've gotten down the vent, and Spec, oh my gosh, he takes a beating through the smoke. That could have been the round right then and there.
It still might be. Eris got so much space down in the vent. What does BHOP actually do with this? Flash lined up. I believe smokes might be coming sooner rather than later to cross on over, but they've still got Switcher to deal with, pushed up in a secret.
And the question is, will they check for this? Because they have Eris inside a secret, they might get a little bit of hubris going into this, and they're going to leap right on in. But Brett's going to jump in and clear it! Switcher had the chance, but Brett with a hard clear. And it's just Pug here on the B site. Needs the kill. Will find the kill. And now he has the rest of the team to deal with. Next up, though. Who is it? BHOP, 35 seconds on the clock. What's the decision?
You've got to go. You've got to go. If whatever decision you have to make, it's got to be decisive. They've not actually utilized any of this vent space that Eris had, and now they're just doubling back in a mini. Indecision here from BHOP and a missed smoke as well. The nerves getting to the BHOP side.
There's two players still here. There's still two players here.
There's no time.
With 10 seconds left on the clock, there's two players on this site for Davenport. Now they just get mowed down by Korn. Beaky just running and gunning, but there's no time to plant. Davenport, they lose almost everything. Keep in mind. But that's all they need. The round is what matters.
Look at the economic damage, though, Fi. They don't have enough win or loss bonus in this situation to kind of stomach this late into the game. Luckily, we finally get armor on Kojimo. But man, talk about indecision there from BHOP. You feel in a 5v4 with Eris having complete vent control that it's an open and shut case for BHOP. But it is not to be. Tooth and nail. Davenport, hang on. And then more damage again on a switcher outside. This is not easy by any means.
Oh boy. Hold your breath, because a kill there means everything, and that's going to be it from Spec. The MP9, the worst weapon in the server, will find the value.
Getting a kill on the Eris, the huge power player for BHOP this earlier on with the weaker weaponry of the MP9. This is looking good for Davenport. They've still got to figure out how to deal with this ramp threat, though.
Kojimo's going to be knocked off the angle. He can stop the drop, though, and see ya, Beaky. No trade in sight. And Pug, oh, he's even resurfacing. He wants to fight, and he'll get it. They'll drop the bomb. Another one dominantly geared up here for DU as Kojimo picks the time perfectly. And Brett solo to start off this round. This isn't his to beat. Davenport have found the foothold. We're going to equalize at 13.
How many more pages do you have in the playbook if you're BHOP? You've got to find another strategy because currently the rotations are getting a little bit more snappier from DU. You kind of had them on the ropes there for a second. But you allow them to string a couple rounds here, get some momentum, and get some economy under their belt. That's gonna really ruffle some feathers in the BHOP camp. Brett still being able to save this on over. But at the end of the day, Fi, we're running out of rounds.
I mean, it's the economy. It's really the economy. I know it's such a cliche thing, but when the CT side gets that under control with a flawless round like that,
it's tough to break through.
Yeah, and that one round of just extra breathing space there for Davenport could be what they need to get this across the line. BHOP trying to fight off against the upset. 13-all.
It's not the prettiest buy either. Beaky with the deagle. A beagle, if you would.
Sure. Outside vent.
There's down again.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much noise he made. I'm wondering if Spec even heard that. He sees the gap in the smoke, but down the vent. What do you do with it here if you are BHOP? When Eris got down the vents last time, all it led to was indecision.
There's definitely hesitation from the BHOP camp, and they've got to get their ducks in a row this time around. This has to be the round. Otherwise, you're potentially giving up match point.
Oh, I thought he took the shot there.
On scope.
I thought
But Spec, he's aggressing. He's got the read.
And there's no trade. The spacing's bad here from BHOP. Sure, Eris is inside of control room, and they have no idea that's a possibility. But still, the rotation's already here for Davenport. Pug has gotten himself down inside of Dark, and he's gonna find the double kill. Even almost 3. He lands so much damage on the Beaky, but it doesn't matter. He turns it back with a quick headshot and brings it back to the 2v2. Still, though, the rotations for Davenport have been so snappy, and they're already knocking on the door of the site. Born and Switcher. The duo in from double doors. Beaky, however, still inside of control. Are they going to put an HE in here? They are. And it's going to take him down. The HE well placed, and now it's just Eris. And he reveals his position. 1v2, but now 5 HP. Eris, the clutch is going to happen. BHOP up to 14.
Oh, you got to be head and hands there if you're DU. You navigated that first engagement, but man, a ball dropped. So many well-made decisions from DU, but they just can't close. Eris, I mean, again, he isn't actually able to do much with this squeaky lurk down in the vents, but the round still is converted by him. And honestly, at this point in time, that's still a win. Fundamentally, it might not be the prettiest, but they're getting the job done, Fi. This is...
Look at the buy here for Davenport. There's nothing. I mean, great damage from Kojo. Sure. But this is brutal.
Look how fast down they're up lower. Pug's going to be called up to bat again.
And Pug, I mean, he'll be able to tuck away into the site. It's a power position, that's for darn sure. But Davenport University are not as fast about these rotates. They don't have the same information that they had in the previous, but maybe Pug can put up a hold. Still outside, inside the double doors. He needs a second kill. He almost gets it, but the rotates, they're being shaved away. And Pug, he feels the need to aggress. And the timing, unreal here from Pug, but he's gonna get hunted down. Kojumo's here to chase, but they're so split up. Kojumo. Wait, it's the bomb inside the vents. That's the bomb inside the vents, but Kojumo misses out on the chance. He's pushed all the way through secret, and he'll find the kill in a Brett. And he finds a second! Oh. Kojo drops the bomb! Back down to 2v2, but he turns away at the worst possible time. Swan hits the headshot. Are they gonna go back up the vents? They're going back up the vents! Oh, Swan, he gets spot, but he gets shot in the back there from Eris. 15-13, BHOP just barely. Davenport trying to find every avenue back in the game.
Oh, what kind of pandemonium is going on in this best of 1-5? BHOP, tooth and nail, secured their 15th, and look at the pots and pans on the other side of the server. MP9 for Kojumo is the only thing we can really speak of. Switcher on a glass cannon scout. Oh, what a heartbreaking couple of rounds to lose if you're DU. They're just knocking on the door, BHOP. They want that qualification stage best of 3 as badly as ever. The experience of this squad shining through, and they're back down lower again.
It's just a Pug once again. I mean, he gets his one. But again, maybe? Okay, they pick off Eris. They do have the kid on spec. That's the most important piece to this retake. And they're not going to go down the vents this time around. They're going to bring it all to bear at the ramp. Bomb yet to be planted. Taking their sweet time about this one. And it will go in. The timer starts. Waiting for the curtains to raise. Nade in, and they're ready to start the retake. Here we go. For a chance at the RMR to play. Beaky gets the initial. And they drop down into dark and they fall. One by one. It's just Switcher. But he knows where both remaining players are. He needs to hit some incredible shots. Here and now. And it's not gonna happen. BHOP avoid the upset and put up a masterful T side to bring them across the line. They will be facing off against Team 1.
Wow. What a game. What a game. Both sides of the bracket with some fantastic T sides. And now we've got ourselves a very, very exciting best of 3 to close. I'm happy that we've gotten the actual favorites to make their way all the way through. And it's going to be the best of the best in this side of the bracket to actually qualify for BO3. Commiserations to Davenport for an absolute barn burner of a game. We said it was going to be close, and close it was. And sadly, DU take their first loss on Nuke in a while. What a heartbreaking state of affairs.
I mean, so many rounds, so close, so many opportunities there. Even Kojumo came so close to bringing it down when he's 14-13. Everything is swinging back and forth, but all in all, I mean, a great game of CS, but someone's got to win it.
Wow. I'm kind of just blown away by the tooth and nail affair from BHOP. It was a difficult match to win. By no means were they in pole position to win the game. They had to earn it, and earn it they did. Hats off to Eris. Although his positioning wasn't capitalized upon, his aim was still damn good. Still capitalized, having some very effective, impactful double kills throughout the game, and stepped up when it mattered most. Well done to BHOP to actually reach this qualifying stage, and we're going to have a fantastic BO3 to close the night out.
Yep, and that BO3 to close the night out is BHOP taking on Team 1 for a chance to book your ticket to the RMR. Both these teams are hoping, this is what they have been hoping for for the longest time. It's what you make your careers out to be. A shot at the major for both these teams. We'll be back in just a bit.